We are now in the second stage of the AVA personal and professional development pyramid, which is change. You know, the first stage, the base really of the AVA pyramid is awareness. But once you graduate, if I can say it like that, from awareness, then you move up to the second stage, which is change. Now, in order to navigate the stage of change, there are 7 steps that you must go through. And that's what I'm going to be sharing with you today. Stay tuned and watch. Alexandra Villarroel Abrego, and I welcome you to another episode of Alexandra TV. Now, today's episode is about change, but more specifically about the 7 steps to change. What are the 7 steps that happen once you are on that journey of change, you know, from when you started and you were at the awareness level, and then you graduated to change, and now what happens in order to get to the next and higher level, which is the stage of awakening. Now, in order to have a more, visual look of this pyramid, of the 9 levels that there is in this pyramid, well, you can download for free. It's a little gift that I have for you. It's the AVA pyramid poster. So we have it in the description below this video. There's a link. Also, the link will appear on the screen right now, and you can just click on that and you'll be able to download that poster. It's a big one, right? And you download it and then you can print it and hang it on your wall, and then you can, look at it and ask yourself where you're at on your journey. All right, so without any further ado, well, let's begin with these 7 steps to change. Now, the first one is one that is very difficult to do, but it's of course essential. And a lot of people don't really think about this one when it comes to change. Well, the first step is really to let go. In order for change to happen, in order to create that space for change to come into your life, right? Well, you need to let go of certain things. There are some physical things, if I can say it like that you'll need to let go of, which are like material things, maybe certain clothes that no longer fit the image of the person that you're trying to become, some things in your house that maybe you no longer use. It can also be some relationships, right? Some friendships, some people around you that are not, helping you become a better person, and in reality are holding you back. But it can also be more of, the inner things, such as negative beliefs, toxic habits, things like that you really need to take an inventory of, and you need to let them go. Because the only way to welcome change, if I can say it like that, is really by going through this first step, which is to let go. Now, the second step to change, and this one people don't think about it. People kind of forget about this one, but it's so important. It's to create a sense of urgency. If you're trying to change your life, if you're trying to change your habits, your beliefs, your reality, really, overall reality, at the end of the day, there needs to be a sense of urgency. Because if there's no sense of urgency, you're just going to be like, I'll change, I'll start my new habits next month, on the 1st of next month. Right now it's the 13th. I can start on 13th. Let's start on the 1st of next month. Or, your negative beliefs, whenever they come to your mind, you're just going to continue thinking about them and dive into those negative thoughts, because you're not going to have a sense of urgency. But when there's a sense of urgency, people tend to take action. Whenever I think about my journey, I realize that the times when I really created massive change in my life are the times when there was a sense of urgency, when I knew I had no other choice but to do something about it, to create something, to take action. And the best way that you can do it in your life is by giving yourself some limit due dates. If, let's say, just a simple example, you want to, let's say, lose weight. Well, you're always going to procrastinate. Most people, that's what we do. It's a human thing, really, to do that. You're gonna be like, I'll work out tomorrow, I'll eat healthy next month, I'll start later. But then if you have a limit date of being like, okay, at this point, there's this event happening. Now, of course, these days it's very difficult with events, but let's say there's an event happening in a few months. Well, you know that you need to wear this dress or this suit that you want to wear, and you want it to fit a certain way. So then maybe you want to lose that weight, and you have a sense of urgency. That's just a little example, but this can really work in any change that you're trying to create in your life. Now, the third step to change is to create small action steps. So the little next steps that you need to take for that change to start happening. Now, the reason why this step is not about creating, the big master action plan, it's because if you create a big plan of action that's, in the long term, and the big goals in the long term as you're starting, it's going to discourage you. because you're going to look at the journey that you have ahead and you're going to be like, oh my God, there's so many things that I need to do before I actually start to see results. Again, you're going to procrastinate. Oh, I'll do it next month. It doesn't matter. Anyways, I have to accomplish this in 20 years. I'll do it, in 5 years, I'll start. But no, what you want to do is that you want to start by having little steps that you're going to start moving towards slowly, little goals, the short-term plan, as they say. So this is very, very important in order to be motivated and to always move forward. Now, once you're done setting these small little steps, and once you start moving forward, and taking these steps, and you see that you're moving forward, and things are going the way that you want them to go. Now, this is when you create the vision, the big vision, the long-term vision. Who do you want to be in 10 years from now? Who do you want to be in 20 years from now? What do you want this change to result in? Now, this is the step where you create that vision. Again, you don't want to do it before. You want to start by having little small steps, starting to, walk these steps, see that it works, have the results, you're happy, and then you want to start with the big vision. Now, the big vision, the creation of the big vision being step number 4, well, it leads me to step number 5, which is to share that vision. Communicate it. Share it with the world, whether it be with your friends, with your family. Start talking about it, what you're going to accomplish in 10 years, in 20 years, who you're going to become. But also maybe, share it on your social media. Now, the reason why you want to do this is because all of a sudden you're held accountable for what you said. All of a sudden people are watching. People are telling you, oh, what happened with that dream, with that goal, with that change that you wanted to create in your life? And then as a human, right, you don't want to be humiliated. You don't want to be embarrassed. You don't want to let people down. So of course you're going to be more motivated. And even, there's going to be people who encourage you, but there's also going to be people who doubt you. But that, again, it's a good thing, because then the doubters are going to create that fire within you, of wanting to prove them wrong and being like, I'll show you that my vision is going to work. So it's very important, this 5th step, even if it's hard for a lot of people, it's scary, right? To share your vision with people, but it's necessary. The 6th step to change is to celebrate your small wins. So every time you move forward in that plan of action that you have, every time you accomplish what you said you were going to accomplish, every time you maintain changes, well, you want to celebrate. And even just like the last step, you want to share it with the world. Share your wins with the world. This is very important, because this is going to give you that motivation to continue moving forward, to continue pushing through. So this is a step that a lot of people forget, right? We often don't take the time because we're like, okay, what's next? What's my next goal? What's the next thing that I have to do? But no, you need to also celebrate it, congratulate yourself, and be happy for the wins that you've accomplished. So once you go through these 6 steps to change, you navigate through these steps, well, we have come to the last one. Before you graduate and get to the next level of the pyramid, which is awakening, the last step is to systemize change. Now, this is very, very important, because systems are necessary in the world that we live in. As humans, we are not like systems, right? We're emotional. We have good days, bad days. So without systems, we are not as performant, right? So it's very important to create systems. It's not a coincidence that the truth is, in the world today, we're being replaced by systems, right? Companies, corporations are realizing that humans are more expensive than a system. They create robots, they create machines that replace people, because systems work. So what you want to do as a human now, the CEO of your own world, of your own life, is you want to create systems within your life. So let's say, just a small example, you want to get fit. You want to start feeling more healthy. So you start working out, right? Now you start creating that change, but in order to maintain it, especially as you graduate to the next levels of the pyramid, is you want to have a system behind this, right? So maybe a very simple system is to know, okay, so every day I wake up at this time. You put an alarm. That's a part of the system. The alarm is on, it's ready. Then you wake up and you already prepare your clothes the night before for working out. So you have them ready. Then maybe you have a room in your house that's the gym room, right? So you know already what you have to do. So that's little things like that. That's called a system. When there's one step after the other and you know exactly what's the next thing and you don't have to think about it. So that if that day you're having a bad day, if you're thinking about other things, if you're worried even about other things, you don't have to think about it because you have a system that is set, that you've created. And that's what you need to do for every new habit, for every belief, anything in your life, you need to create systems. So those were the 7 steps to change. Now, once you go through these steps, the next level, as I said, of the pyramid is going to be awakening. Now, if you want to have more information about the A.V.A. pyramid, what are the different stages and how you can go from one stage up to the next, all the way to enlightenment, which is the 9 stage of the pyramid, the highest one, well, you can go in the description below this video, or on the screen will appear the link where you'll be able to click there and download your free poster of the A.V.A. pyramid that you can print and then, you know, have on your wall, whatever, on your desk, and like that be able to see every day where you're at on your journey. Now, let me know in the comment section down below where you're at in your change journey and your journey towards change. Are you at step 1, step 2, 3, at 7? Let me know. I would love to read from you. If you like this video, don't forget to like it. Don't forget to share with all of your friends. And of course, to subscribe for new episodes almost every day here on Alexandra TV. So that is it for today, and I will see you very soon.